Hello and welcome to another X-Ray Tech video. Today we're going to be talking about operational databases and how they can support your automation infrastructure. So in a previous video we talked about low code and no code and how they can do some really simple things connecting one application to the other, but you need a database of some kind to actually interface with, to push and pull information between the different software that you use. So in this video, we're going to be describing that operational database and going into a little bit of technical detail to show you how it can scale and transform your business. So what is an operational database? Well, really simply, it manages data flow in and out of your automations. So we use a tool called Airtable because it can do a whole bunch of things that other apps can't for our operational databases. And really, the operational database extends the abilities of your automation. So you can have calculations, lookup fields, you make references between two different data sets, and then do those lookups inside of the automation to be able to grab a data point like an ID from a very different table. So an operational database allows your automations to have the strength of accumulated data points that happen over time. And by structuring your operational database well, you're able to perform many more tasks with your automations in a way that you might not have thought possible before. Operational databases make it much easier to build automations on top of each other. So let me explain what I mean here. So if you build a series of automations handling your inbound leads, maybe something from Calendly or HubSpot or even your own Gmail or your email, actually sending and adding leads into a database, what this operational database allows you to do is then reuse that information for other automations that you might build later down the road. So you're accumulating information inside of this operational database, and it gives you the tremendous operational freedom to say, oh, this whole infrastructure that I've used to collect lead information, now all of this information I can reuse when they become a client. And I can create documents for them or delivery presentations or anything for them using that same information. So by using an operational database, you're able to accumulate information over time and build subsequent automations in the future that can reference that same information. Operational databases can also track automation activity. Now, this is an advanced sort of setup that you would have, but if you're using Zapier and Integromat, or Tray, or even Airtable automations, right, there's a whole bunch of different automation platforms that you could use. Well, if you have an operational database, you can log every single time each automation ran. So you don't need to log into each individual automation platform to just see successful or errored runs. This activity log aspect is tremendously valuable when you're dealing with a team or multiple people that are checking on the automations to make sure that they're working properly. Having an activity log lets you sum how many times a process has run, right? Not just the result of the process, but actually measure and see how often does this process run, because the automations are able to collect that data and then log the fact that they ran inside of your activity log. You're really able to see and manage all of the complexity with dozens of automations for dozens of different teams. And those teams can know that they're not building something that might conflict with somebody else. And it's really just an advanced setup that you should definitely implement if you are serious about building an automated infrastructure to support and scale your team. So to wrap things up with the operational database, really it lets you do three things super well. One, it's going to make your automations way more robust, having the backing of all the information that you've accumulated over time. Two, it's going to allow you to create automations that seamlessly interact with each other, allowing you to extend your workflows from here to where you want to take it. And lastly, it allows you to log all automation activity. So if you're dealing with multiple automation platforms, now you can centralize all of the runs in one single place. So I hope this video has been helpful. If there's anything else you'd like us to cover here on the show, please throw a comment down below. As always, links and resources are in the description down below. And don't forget, keep the flow.